Live from Hollywood, California, VJ Vernon Husky, the Big Vanilla Funnies, Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Excuse me, do you take an Afro-American card? What's that? Black card. Yeah, I'll take that over there. That over there. Give me that top red cherry. Oh, you'll take an Afro-American card, huh? Well, fine, I'll take cash next. You got change for a billion? That's the lid.
Be so thorough. What's going on, everybody, man? I want to welcome everybody to the debut, the inaugural episode of my new sports betting show. You guys all know who it is, man. VJ Vernon Husky, the Big Vanilla Funny, the Big Vanilla Shack, the Creamy Kobe, the Blue Eye Barkley, VA's top talker, Mr. Never Shut Up, the Big Vanilla color card, because sometimes in sports, you got to play the color card, and when you do, I am your big Vegas vanilla dealer. New show for you guys. You guys all know me from VJ's on Sportsmanlike Conduct. That's where we talk a lot of sports. But here it's all about sports betting. Y'all know I make a lot of picks during the NFL season, NBA season, but I'm getting deeper, man. I'm getting into money lines, spreads, over-unders, back those, walking Joes, and anything you want to do sports betting, I'm on top of it, man. Prop bets, future bets too. So we're going to start today's show off with just that. This show is new, man. There's no debating. There's no opinions. We're talking straight facts and figures. We're talking straight numbers. We're talking straight sports betting. And if you can hang right now, 860-614-8257 is the number. There's an open call line for anybody that wants to jump on and talk today. I already put the link for this show. It's in my Twitter on Husky, Huskey, capital ENT, short for Husky Entertainment. The link is right there. Jump in. I'll see you pop in. I'll bring you guys onto the show. We give an open forum. We let people talk. I don't interrupt. I let you have the floor because it's my show. And, nobody can come on and outdo me anyway. So, great picks over the weekend, man. I crushed the NFL playoffs. It is all on record. You guys can go to my YouTube, Vesta Sports. You can go to my IG, The Big Vanilla Funny. I post all my picks. Also, too, shout out to my man Shay from New York at the BB55 Sports Betting Institute app, man. Go download that app to your phone. Once again, that's the BB55 Sports Institute betting app. He has me on there along with other journalists and sports writers and things like that, making picks and making bets right now. I finished the season in the NFL at 75%. 75%. Now, I know I call myself Mr. 85-15, but with COVID the last few years, some injuries to some big name guys, man. Derrick Henry misses 10 weeks earlier this year. Robert Woods tears his ACL. He's out. Odell Beckham gets traded. Certain players show up, and then certain players didn't show up. And like a guy like Amari Cooper just screwed me in fantasy football, even though y'all see the championship belt. I had to add little gold trophies to it because I'm winning so much fantasy football. Next season, it's going to be like 2 or 3 belts up there hanging up. So, but like I said, I was crushing and killing the NFL season in the playoffs. All my bets so far, 15 bets I placed. I went 12-3 on all my bets. That's the over-under money line picks. Bengals, I rode all the way to the Super Bowl, but I did a double down pick on the Bengals in the Super Bowl for the Bengals and the Rams. Great game. Matthew Stafford, shout out. VJ's on Sportsmanlike Conduct will come up next after this. We will then debate and talk about Matthew Stafford. I was just listening to my homies Rob Parker, Chris Broussard on The Odd Couple and listening to them debate about it. I wanted to I wish I was like the third guy in studio so bad that day. I've always been a Matthew Stafford fan. Always been my guy since he came out of Texas, North Dallas, Dallas area. I think it's North Dallas or East Dallas area where he came out of high school. Went to Georgia. I've always had a side crush on Florida State players, Georgia players, even though I'm a big Michigan man, big Michigan fan. And when he got to Detroit, I just said it's Detroit. I mean, Detroit's the same team that went 0-16. Detroit's the same franchise that Barry Sanders, the greatest pure running back. I mean, give me the pill. Give me the pigskin. Here, I'll get it for you right here. I'll show it to you. Give me this. Hand this to me. And regardless of what's going on, regardless of who's in front of me, regardless of who's trying to tackle me, who's blocking, fullback, no fullback, double tight, don't matter. Hand this to me, and I'm going to make magic happen. People know he would have been an all-time leading rusher if he did not retire early. He'd be the all-time leading rusher. Best pure running back of all time. He said bye-bye. Megatron, the best specimen size, speed, skill, hands, route running, and as a receiver we've ever seen. He told Detroit, bye-bye. That franchise, man, Matthew Stafford's there for 13 years. 13 years. 1 year removed. 1 year removed. 1 year removed. He's a Super Bowl champion and a Hall of Famer, but we'll talk about more of that. I know Sports Like Icon. So let's go through the Super Bowl bets right here. My first prop bet was Matthew Stafford on the 2.5 touchdowns. 100 got you 255 back, so that was a great bet. But the prop bet was 2.5 touchdown passes. He threw 3, so we cashed in there. Another prop bet that I really like was Joe Mixon's 70 yards rushing. He had 72 rushes. 72 yards rushing. We cashed on there. The Cam Akers 65 rushing yards prop bet I wanted to take, but something told me that it was really going to be in Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham, who took the injury, and we'll talk about that on the next show on VJs on Sports Like Hunter. That'll be coming up live here on other platforms that you see me running live here. That show will be next. We'll talk more and break the game down more and debate and just talk more, as far as opinionated sports talk goes there. But, man, shouts out to him. They believe it's a torn ACL. It looked like a torn ACL when it happened. When a guy grabs his knee and drops the ball and grabs that knee and lays on the ground like that, when they walk off the field being held with no pressure on the leg and one arm around one coach, one arm around the trainer, just to look at it, if you watch football long enough, you could tell. But I thought that Odell Beckham Jr. and I thought that Cooper Kupp would make it hard for Cam Akers. He would have to break like 2 20-plus yard runs, right, to get to 65. So I did not take that prop bet, so that was smart on my behalf because he only ended up, I believe, 14, 15 yards rushing. They could not run the football, 34 yards rushing, period. Could not run the football in the Super Bowl yesterday. So they'll take that prop bet. Double down on the point spread. Point spread was a 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5. Then closed out and kickoff at 4. I went Bengals, but not by. They won't lose more than 4. And the Rams double down on both bets. And then the Rams, they would win, but not more than 4 points. They would win by 2 or 3. I tweeted out. So cashed in on both those bets right there. So 4 and and I recorded it, and I made sure I recorded it and posted it, screenshot and posted it online too. I took the over on 90 seconds for the national anthem, cashed in there. So 12-3 out of my 15 picks and bets, I just smashed the Super Bowl, smashed the playoffs, smashed the Super Bowl. Next year is going to be a huge year, man. Make sure you guys keep tuning in here to Husky Bets. We're going to, listen, this is the show where our bets are better than the other bets. And if I ever lose a bet, you better believe I'm going to always tell you bet it back, baby. That's how we gets down here. So let's talk about some NBA games tonight too, man. NBA games. Now, I know it's a little late. Some of these games are started, and I get that. But these are still my bets. I still already made these picks, and I'll put them out there for you, and then we'll check in tomorrow. We're going to try to run this show at least 3 to 4 days a week, okay? I know it can get a little boring every day hearing the same picks, the same money lines, the same spread. But I do try to do every game. Like, I have every NBA game on the map tonight, and I have every hockey game on the map tonight. So I have every NBA game, we have every hockey game, and then we'll just go from there too. Also got some college basketball picks that I'll give you guys too. So let's start with the Wizards at Detroit right now, man. It's a 4.5 point spread when it closed out. Detroit is 12-0. Washington is 12-0 straight up versus Detroit. Over the last 12 times they played Detroit, they've beaten them 12 times. They're 1-11 though against the spread out of the last 13 at home. Detroit is, and the over-under over that is 218. I took the under on the 218. I took the Wizards, and I'll say take the 4.5. Take the Wizards on that too. Just the numbers works out. 0-12 in their last 12 games. I just don't think they beat that tonight. Detroit can't score. And the Wizards aren't a high-powered offense either. Even though one of my prop bets is a Kyle Kuzma pick coming up I'll tell you guys about. We'll also give you my best bet too, which is also in the Chicago Bulls game. We'll get to that also too. But I like the Wizards. Take the 4.5, and I will take under of the 218. I don't think the Pistons can break 100. The Pistons can't break 100. Then you're asking Washington to score 120, and 119 is kind of odd, right? So it's got to be like 120, 121, right? Now let teams score 119. You're either going to get an even number, or a high to the next 10 set of numbers. That's just what the trends tell us. So you're not going to get 117, 119. There's normally 118, 120, 121, 122 is what the numbers tell us. So say take the Wiz, take the 4.5, and take the under on the 218. Sacramento at Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a mess. Durant's hurt. Harden's gone. You got Ben Simmons there. But my man, Afro Reed is out at home. They're at home tonight. It's 6 of 7 games that have gone over for both these teams. So the last 7 times both these teams have taken the floor, 6 of those times the total has gone over. The over in this one is 224. I want to go with the trend of taking the over here, but they don't. Who does Brooklyn have on a 4? Brooklyn's got to score what, 120, let's say 110, 115 between there. Who's scoring that? There's no Ben Simmons is going to come out and score. There's no Harden. There's no Durant. There's no Kyrie. Who's scoring for them tonight? How in the hell are they getting? So take the under on the 218 there, and I would also the 224, and then I'll take Sacramento. God, they're favored with the 4.5. I'm not sure. Excuse me, the 2.5. I'm just not sure. Brooklyn can surprise. Sat kind of has made some trades. Their team's in a little turmoil too. So I say Sacramento, but I don't like the points. Even though also know this: 6 of 14, Sacramento is straight up in the last 20. So they're not a winning program either. They're not a winning franchise. Brooklyn 0-10 and 6 and 18 straight up in their last 24 games. I just say take Sacramento, take the under on the 224 here. Best bet tonight is going to be the Bulls and the Spurs. I think this is pretty easy. It's a 3-point favorite for the Bulls. I'll take the Bulls. Take over on the 234. Both these teams can score. So I like 121 to 115 or 111, 125. Someone's getting in the 120s in this game. Neither team plays super, super great defense. And Popovich, even though they're under 500, he's just coaching for the love of it and trying to prepare these guys for future careers that they're going to have in the NBA. They can still put up some points, but they're 2-10 straight up in the last 12 as the underdog. So the last 14 times, the last 12 times that the Spurs have gone out and they've been the underdog, they just straight up lost those games on the roll. I think it continues tonight. Take the over on the 234, though. I like the over on the 234 here, and give me the Bulls and also give me the 3 points. Portland at the Bucks. This one was a little weird to me, especially when I heard Giannis is out. Antetokounmpo. That's how I say his name. Don't try to correct me. Portland has made some trades. You see Chauncey Billups has gotten to the front office. Dame Lillard, I think, stays. I don't think Dame Lillard's going anywhere, but they're trying to reset this squad. They're trying to build it more around Dame and success, but Giannis is out tonight. It's an 11.5-point spread. I just don't think, and Matt Connaughton's out also too. I just don't think they can win by 11.5 points. I wouldn't be surprised if they drop this game. Chauncey's going to have his guys ready to play. He's going to have his guys ready to play. They beat the Lakers last week. And that was half the roster. They beat the Lakers with half the roster. And then 2 nights ago, they should have got blown out by the Hawks, and they punished the Hawks. Chauncey Billups is going to have these guys ready to play. Really cool, cute stat on Mondays. The Bucks are 1-4 straight up in the last 5. Portland's 5-14 their last 19 Mondays against the spread. I would say take the Bucks, but not to cover by 11.5 points, not to cover by 12. I say maybe the over on 225. I think some points can still be scored. The Bucks still got some players. Maybe this is night Portis goes off for 30 plus. Middleton could go off for mid to high 20s, or maybe Middleton goes off for 35, 36. Portis goes off for 28, 29. That frees things up for some other players. Grayson Allen drops in 18, 19. That frees things up for some other players, and they can put some points on the board. Another interesting game tonight. The Pelicans was a 3.5-point underdog at home against the Raptors. And something told me to take the Raptors, but then I started to do a little more research on this game. The Pelicans are 5-2 in their last 7 games. The Raptors are 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games. They're 17-7 straight up in their last 24 games. So both these teams have both been winning as of late. Raptors a little more than the Pelicans have, but the Pelicans have made some moves. They now have CJ McCullough there. They made some moves and get some scoring and got some guys down there now that they seem can really fit with Ingram, really fit with Josh Hart, really fit with the players. Excuse me, Josh Hart got traded with Ingram, and I think Zion, but I just don't think Zion's going to be there. I think they're going to move. I think Zion doesn't want to be there. He's not acting like a professional, so I'm not sure Zion wants to be there. But I think they're looking past, okay, if he wants to go, fine. But we still have to be productive. We still got to put a product on the floor, and we still got to figure this thing out, especially after losing AD. So I am going to take this as my upset of the night. My best bet would be the Bulls covering that 3 against the Spurs. I think that's an early, easy bet for you guys. My upset of the night, give me the Pelicans with the 3.5 points tonight. Give me the over on the 222 because both these teams can score. So I'll take that as my upset of the night. Another easy pick. I don't want this to be my best bet. I thought it might be too easy. Plus, sometimes Denver falls flat on their face. They're at home against the Magic tonight. It's 11.5-point spread, 223.5 on the over-under. Both high point totals would be needed for them to reach that. And they would much. I mean, think about it. If you take the over 223.5 and then you take Denver to cover the 11.5, you're asking Denver to score like 135, 140. They got to score that much because they got to win by 11.5 and they got to clear the 223, right? So combined with what the Magic's going to do, that's a sucker bet. You got to look at the bets like that too. Make sure you guys always check the spread and then make sure you always check the over-under. That'll tell you a lot because you like this is a perfect example, 11.5, okay? They got to score like 130, 135, 136, okay? 11 from that would be what? To 125, 124, 123, right? Okay, so then that's going to give you a 223.5. That you're asking Orlando to score over 120? I don't think so. Take Denver. If you want to take the 11.5, take the 11.5, but don't take over on the 223. Take under on the 223 if you want to take the 11.5. You want to take Denver straight up, then I would gamble a little bit. If you can make a little money, a little extra scratch going with the over 223.5 to go with the over, then I would take that there. Also, too, Magic 1-11 straight up in their last 12 games. Denver 11-1 straight up in their last 12 games. 10-1 straight up versus Orlando. So they've just beaten Orlando's ass. And then 8-3 their last 11 games against the spread. Take Denver tonight. Rockets and the Jazz, last one. Another weird game. 15-point favorite for the Jazz, but a 232.5. Take the under. This is easy. Listen, take the Jazz to win. I don't know if they cover. I don't like the 15. Take the Jazz. Take the under. I gave you guys my best bet. Give me Chicago with the -3. A really cool prop bet for tonight, guys. Really dope prop bet for tonight. Kuzma, double-double with the Wizards win. 190 is a plus 190. 100 gets you 290. So that's the prop bet I want to give you guys. And I'll give you a hockey prop bet, too, before we get more into some of the future bets I want to talk about also, too, and help you guys out for trying to pick who you think is going to win the NBA championship. There's some good money to have out there. Wait till you hear a bunch of these. Hockey prop bet for you guys. Connor McDavid, the center for the Edmonton Oilers, the new young star in the NHL. He has a prop bet on a 2+40 tonight. A goal and win, and you're going to win yourself some money there. The reason why I like this, he's third in points with 63. He's 14th in goals and 23. So those are my two prop bets tonight. Give me Kuzma with a double-double. So he did 10-10, 11-11, 12-11. 13 and 10. Just needs 10 and 10 from Kuzma. Kuzma can get 10 boards. He's playing Detroit. So he's got to get this prop bet for me tonight, man. And those are my beloved Pistons. But when my team suck, they suck. And it just is what it is. But a double-double. But they got to win. Plus 190. 100 gets you 290. The plus 240 on McDavid. 100 gets you 340 back on the Connor McDavid. I love that one. A goal and a win. And they're favored in that game. The biscuit was on their opponent tonight for them to win that game. Like I said, third in points overall in the NHL this year at 63 and 14th in goals at 23. The guy can score, and when you get a lot of points, that means you're getting assists, and you're getting the hockey assist, the pass to score. You're getting points for that too. That normally gets you going. They're going to look for him to get going first and get fast, going on fast on the offense anyway. So he gets an early goal, and or Edmonton wins that game. Win yourself some money. Future bets in the NBA, I love these. And I was talking to Ray now today. I think I got to put money on something. But I was kind of waiting. I just love the fact that you still have it the way where you can still make a substantial amount of money at this point if you want to talk about who you think is going to win the NBA championship. There's 5 teams, in my opinion, that can win it. 5. That can win it. Injuries, COVID, restrictions, things of that nature. He's cool. He can come in. It's my son, guys. If he wants to come in, he can come in. My son likes to interrupt my shows, guys. Daddy's doing Husky bets, buddy. You want to come in? You got a bet to make? You got a bet to talk about? The fan, they want to know. You got a bet? Okay. He'll come back. He gets shy. You got, kids get a little finger in their mouth like this and start looking around. Little finger in their mouth. They get shy and then they walk away. So, future bets, man. Warriors, 5 teams. Warriors, Suns, Sixers, Bucks, Heat. In my opinion, those are the only teams who can win a championship this year and who have any shot to win the championship in the National Basketball Association this year. Warriors plus 500. Suns plus 550. The Nets, it's funny. The Nets are the plus 430. They're the favorite, but no Durant. Kyrie can't play at home. And you still got Joe Harris out. I just think this is just another year. They're going to have to just go, okay, maybe next year. And listen, I always said it. Durant was going to regret the day that he left Steph Curry. He was going to regret the day that he pretty much used them, and he's going to regret the day that he left Steph Curry. And I like Afro Reed. I got a lot of love for Afro Reed, but he's not Steph Curry. He's just not. I love Kyrie. I love his game. I like everything about the guy. It's not Steph Curry. You don't leave Steph Curry. I mean, look what he's doing with Andrew Wiggins. Look what he's doing with Kuminga, an 18, 19-year-old rookie. You know what I'm saying? That they didn't even play in college. He played in the G League, played in the Alphabet League for a year. Look what he's doing with him. With Draymond being out, Draymond just missed his 20th game. Just getting mama call him Clay. I'ma call him play back. Y'all see that third quarter the other night? His eyes lights up when he sees LeBron. It does. Clay eyes light up when he see the other stars. He's a guy that's got a chip, and the chip's even bigger now, coming off back-to-back injuries, and it looks like he's rounding into form. And I think that's why they're second at 500. The Suns are plus 550. The Sixers are plus 600. The Bucks are plus 700. The Heat are plus 1,300. The Heat are right now the number one seed in the East. Now, I give you guys all those numbers, and then I say I don't believe in all of those teams. I just think those are the 5 that can win it. But the smart money would probably be on the Warriors or the Suns. But if you got $100 laying around in an account somewhere on your PayPal or your Venmo or your Apple Pay or your what else they got out there? The Venmo, that same all. What's the Cash App, the green one? Cash App. Yes, you got all your. If you got a little $100 sitting around, $100 on the Heat to win it all, and if the Heat somehow pull it off, that's $1,400 back to you. That's a nice flipping come up as far as sports betting is concerned. I put down 100, and I gotta wait through June, and if it hits, I get $1,400 back. Yes, that's a huge bet. 800 on the Bucks. 700 if the Sixers win it, 650 if the Suns win it, 600 if the Warriors win it, and that's all put up 100. I just always start at 100. I think it's easier for everybody to understand. You always look at the plus or the minus. If you look at the minus, you have to minus $100, and if it's like a 190, that means if you put 100 up, you get 90 back. But if it's a plus 190, it means you put 100 up, you get 290 back. So that's how you have to look at it. That's why I was delivered to you guys in $100 increments. I mean, like if you put up 10 grand. If you put up 10 grand for the Heat to win it all, you get $140,000. And you had 10 grand just laying around. You put up 10 grand, you would get $140,000 on your return for the Miami Heat. Now, do we believe that the Heat can win it all? Not as currently constructed the way the East is currently constructed. If everybody's playing, everybody's healthy, no. But Kyrie can't play at home. Harden is now in Philly. How does that dynamic work between him and Joel Embiid? They gave up Curry. I think that was the silliest part of the trade, is giving him up, because now you add a shooter. He's going to get prop bets all through March and April. Curry with 3.5 3-pointers, and the Nets win. You guys can make some money off of Curry playing alongside an easy money sniper and Ben Simmons, who's 6'9", 6'10", going to be able to run the point or play the off guard with Kyrie. Doesn't have to shoot a lot or score a lot, but it's going to be able to defend and lock down the wing. All Curry's got to do is just go spot up. I mean, he didn't have to put the ball on the floor. All he's got to do is go spot up, man, and he get himself some nice prop bets. And then you look at the Bucks at a plus 700, 100 get you 800 back. Hey, I mean, you have Giannis, you have the champions. They're the defending champions. Middleton looks better this year. Portis looks better this year. Connaughton's been out. I think Grayson Allen's a piece of you-know-what and very dirty, but you do have Grayson Allen as a defender, or a blue-collar, dive on the floor, scrappy guy. You need guys like that to win championship, and then you got Holiday. Celebrate. I say every time I see Holiday, I think of that Madonna song. If we took a holiday. Y'all remember that joint there? I'm telling my age right now, right? Don't let the black fool you. It's died. It's some gray in there. But if you look at the Bucks, I mean, you know, last year there were some guys hurt. Kyrie turns his ankle, and that series is never the same again. Durant toes on the line, and instead of that being an overtime bucket, it's a game-winning shot. So I mean, I don't want to say the stars aligned, but they did, and sometimes it happens like that sometimes, and for certain players, and that's what it was for the Bucks, in my opinion. But I think they're sitting in fifth, rightfully so. But I still think it's the Warriors and the Suns. But I just wanted to put those bets out to you guys. Because if you guys are looking to make any extra scratch and trying to figure out who's going to win the championship, even though it's in February, we're going into the All-Star break, you can still put down a little bit of money and make a significant return. I might just put 100 on the Heat. Just, if I got it, what am I going to spend it on? I'm spend it on junk and crap anyway. Go ahead and make a good bet, man. Put that on the Heat, and then that's a $1,400 return. If you got 200, put 200 up. $2,800 return. $2,800 for 200, and to get almost $3,000 back in June. That's leading right into 4th of July weekend, man. That's leading right into 4th of July weekend. My man Emmett No C said, "What's up? What's up, Emmett? If you're still listening, you're still tuned in, man. Hey, man, listen here, Emmett. I will. If you go to my Twitter, if you want to jump on, man, you're more than welcome to get in here and talk some of this betting with me, brother. This kid, you guys got to follow him. He's on Twitter at Blind Seahawk Fan. Great young mind, great young talent, man. This kid's like 17, 18 years old, and he's already ahead of a lot of people in this industry, or a lot of people online thinking they can do what we do. This kid's already ahead of people that think they are a lot further than they are, man. So, Emmett, I appreciate you, brother. And I know you've been following all my awesome ass picks. Plus, even though you did beat me yesterday on the Cooper Cup prop bet, I took Cooper on the over with the yards and the catch. You took Cooper on the under on the yards and the catch. I lost on both. You cashed in on both. So shout out, man. You see how easy that was, people? When you're wrong, it's okay to say you're wrong. Rob Parker, my mentor, my friend, my brother, my homie, come to my comedy show, support me, talk. We go have wings, hang out, all that stuff, man. That's a good brother. I like Rob a lot. But this Matthew Stafford thing, I was listening to the Odd Couple before I came on the air. Rob, stop. Stop, man. Like, let it. At one point, you could just say, I was wrong. Okay, I'll admit it. I was wrong. I said I was going to leave the Mexico where Brady won it, and I didn't do it. Okay, I was wrong. It's okay, Rob. It really is, man. Stop it, bro. Y'all going to leave my man Matty alone. I'm tired of this. Y'all going to leave Stafford alone. I'm not letting y'all. There will be no Stafford bashing on Husky Bets or VJs on Sportsmanlike Conduct. That's in sports, VJ Comedy, Reality Check. None of the shows that I'm on and host. There will be no Matthew Stafford bashing. Take all your little stupid theories. Take all your excuses. Well, we were down in Detroit so much because of it. Really? Oh, because of him? Not because of your sorry-ass running backs. Not because of the fumbling. Not because of the stupid penalties that you guys commit. Leading the league, second, third in the league in penalties every single year. That was Matthew Stafford. He was committing all those penalties. It was all him. Oh, wow. I didn't know. I didn't know a quarterback can false start all those times by himself. And a quarterback can hold and commit pass interference and personal foul and unsportsmanlike conduct and clipping and targeting and chop blocking. I didn't know Matthew Stafford can do all of that. I got some Matthew Stafford numbers for you guys too. He's a Hall of Famer, guys. Like it or not. And I know a lot of people don't. Like it or not, he is a Hall of Famer. Once you put that thing on, you can't take it off. It doesn't come off. And he's got it now. He has it now. And I'm super happy for him. So, future bets, Warriors plus 500, Suns plus 550, Sixers plus 600, Bucks plus 700. The Heat are right there plus 1,300. I do not think that the Heat will win the championship, but I will say that I just think it's a smart bet if you want to put $100 up on the Heat. Right now, I'm gonna do open mic, man. If anybody has anything to say and anybody's watching, they can also call in too, man. 860-614-8257. I'm not sure if I'll get any callers, but if somebody does call, my phone is right here available. The speaker is turned on. We can hear the phone ring. I got text messages here. My man Chris Broussard. My man Snap wants to jump on, man. Let me call Snap. Well, let me see. Let me tell him to call in. I'll tell Snap. Snap wants to call in. He could call in and talk Super Bowl and talk sports better. Rob, Chris Broussard is texting me right now, and we're talking about Matthew Stafford. I said he's a Hall of Famer. He said not in the Hall of Fame yet. Still needs 4 more years of high-level play and winning. I said numbers say different, homie. He said numbers are skewed nowadays. Come on, bro. You're better than that. Okay. I'm going to hit him back. I'll wait. Numbers are skewed nowadays. But I didn't make up the rules for the Hall. Numbers are skewed. I agree with him. Numbers are skewed. but I didn't make up the Hall. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and voice it to him while y'all are right here listening, and we got all our fans on live right now. I'm gonna do something, and then we'll wrap this up. Husky Bets won't be long, guys. It's gonna be anywhere between 30, 35-minute show. Right now, we're just crossing the 30-minute mark. So Husky Bets won't be a long show like VJs on Sportsmanlike Conduct normally is. We'll get in, we'll talk the bets, but I want to do this for you guys. So I'm not going to call him. I know he's live on air right now, but I'll just send him a voice message. What's going on, my fellow Vanilla Bro? I'm actually live on my show, so they're seeing me leave you this voice message right now. I do agree with you. Numbers are skewed nowadays, dog. And you're right, Chris. I am better than that. But I didn't make the rules, though, bro. I agree with you. I didn't make the rules. But the Hall of Fame is a feelings and a numbers vote. It always has been that way. Baseball, basketball, come on, basketball. We don't even want to go there with the basketball Hall of Fame. We don't even want to start talking there. But if you look at Matthew Stafford, he's going to finish in the top 10 in two major categories. That's touchdown and that's yards. Right now in yards, he's at 50,000 at 12. That's more than Fouts, Montana, Boomer McNabb, Moon, Fran Tarkenton, Romo, Aikman, Young, and Kurt Warner. A lot of Hall of Famers right there. And interceptions, people always blame this guy like he threw a ton of them. 161, that's 53rd overall. Favre, Marino, Manning, Breeze, Elway, Moon, Big Ben, and Namath all have thrown more interceptions than Matthew Stafford. Every last one of those guys, except for the Mannings we know are going in, and we know Big Ben's going in. Everybody's a Hall of Famer. Touchdown passes, more. 323. He's thrown more than Elway, Moon, Unitas, Kelly, McNabb, Cunningham, and Montana. Half of those guys are Hall of Famers. You're right. Numbers are skewed. We agree on a lot, Chris. We don't have a lot of, I don't know if our show would be that good, dog. We don't agree on a lot, but LeBron. We normally agree on a lot of different topics. But this one, I'm sorry, bro. He's a Hall of Famer. I don't care nobody. He's a Hall of Famer. He got the ring on now. And they're going to put him in a Hall of Fame. 63% completion percentage also, too, for his career. But, I mean, he's going to finish in the top 10 in two major passing categories. And you're right. Numbers are skewed. But I didn't make the rules. And the rules have been numbers for the Hall of Fame vote. Take it easy, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right. So that was live. I just said that to Chris Broussard right there. Y'all see that right there. Just said that to my man, Chris Broussard. So he'll listen to it when he gets off of the air. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. I'm going to wrap up. I gave you guys all my numbers. I gave you guys my prop bets, future bets. We'll be back on tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow right here live on all my platforms. Everybody that gets watching me on YouTube, watching me on LinkedIn, and watching me on my brand new Twitter account. I had to create a new Twitter account. Y'all don't even want to know what happened, but I had to create another Twitter account. But it's all about learning in life. Remember that. It's all about learning in life. And I learned not a hard lesson, but it was just a lesson. So I had to change my Twitter, man. So don't forget to follow me, man. Husky ENT Show for Husky Entertainment. Go over to my IG. You guys can catch me there at the Big Vanilla Funny Comedy, my cooking, my kids, my life. Everything is right there, man. You guys can catch me there also, too. And then always here on StreamYard. I love StreamYard. StreamYard's so great, man. I want to see if my man's going to jump in. It doesn't look like Emma's going to jump in, man. So we're going to wrap up. And also, too, you guys can come right back. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. We're going to end this. I'm going to change the color in the font. You see it's green. That's because of the money. It's all money. See, it got the S. See, the money sign is for the S because it's the new betting show. Husky Bets, man. Once again, where our bets are better than your bets, and you better believe and bet your bottom dollar that if I ever lose a bet, I always say bet it back, man. Appreciate y'all. God bless. See y'all next time, man. Go put some money up, man. Go win you some money, man. Go get it. Go. I'm out. Peace.